Good morning. We have studied about the unemployment, disguised unemployment, organized sector, unorganized sector, how organized sectors are benefit for the people, for the worker, and how unorganized sector are also benefited because they get work. Organized sector gives some additional things, but unorganized things do not give such things for the betterment of the worker. Therefore, people try to get work in unorganized sector, but everyone cannot get work in organized sector. So a lot of people remain without work. So they have to find work, find employment, and they join unorganized sector also. Other than this, we have two more sector, that is dependent on the activity. You can say that we are going to use a public sector. Now what is a public sector? See, two things are there. Please do not get confused. When you talk about employment conditions, then you can talk about organized sector and unorganized sector. When you talk about public and private, then you should directly get what is public and what is private. So when we talk about public sector, so it is this sector aims at increasing the facilities for public welfare. So who looks out for the public welfare? So we can say that government look for the public welfare. So public sector, we can say the industries that are run by the government come under public sector. They are owned mostly by the government. So if you go talk like about like Indian Railway, it is a public sector. In last few months, we can say that, or before the COVID-19, it was running very nicely, but during the COVID-19 effect, these public sector, the railway has been stopped, and after that it is being started again, but we see that it has been privatized. So no doubt it's going to look for the public also. Public is going to make use of it, but how much public is going to make use of it? The government, the government owns most of the assets and provides all the services. Now, this government works for public to provide them relaxation. They don't have to pay much. Lot of, you can count as subsidy, or you can say that lot of the source of income, whatever they earn from this is much less. It provides relaxation to the people. The decision, the decisions regarding production, production and distribution are taken by the government. This sector means public sector. This sector provides basic facilities like education, health, food, and security to people. So when you talk about like education, so we have some government schools which are run by the government, which take very less fee, but they pay very high to the educators, teachers. When you talk about the government hospitals, the government hospitals, you go out there, your treatment is almost free of cost. But when you talk about privatization, if you go to a private hospital, you can say directly first entering only, you have to pay the fee. Then after the treatment, which cost you very high. If you go to a school, private schools, which take very high fee also. Some schools take fees in lakhs, not in thousands, lakhs, 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs, etc. etc. E.g. example for the public sector is Indian Railways and the post office. Okay, it delivers letters, it has opened some accounts also where people can deposit money at their ease. Those who cannot go into big to like banks, or their banks are very far away from their area, so they have opened post offices in the local area where you can deposit money. Private sector has already understood, you must have understood what is the difference between a public sector or government sector or the private sector. So this sector, the private sector, aims at earning maximum profit from people, where the public sector aims to increase facilities. It gives you good advantage, means what you don't get. Like if you are talking about, we have already talked about Indian Railway, you get seats which are very comfortable, more space. But now see, as has been privatization, even general coaches, in now privatization, the general coaches are not available. If you want to travel also, you will get a seat, a limited seat are there, fixed seats are there, no, you have to do reservation. If you do reservation only, then only you are able to travel in the trains. Even now general coaches are converted into reservations. So the private people who are running these in industry or railways, they can get maximum profit. Now you can see how poor people who don't earn much money, they lack. How are they going to travel from one place to another? If they take by buses or jeeps, they have to even pay extra. You know what is the cost when you travel? They charge you per kilometer. The taxis charge you per kilometer. The ownership of assets and delivery of services is in the hands of private individuals or companies. The decisions regarding production and distribution are taken by owners or managers of the company. Private sector or this sector provides consumer goods to the people. So when you talk about private, like Jio, Reliance, TV, right? For example, we say Tisco, Tata Iron and Steel Corporation Company, and Reliance Industries Limited. These are the private companies. SR, oil producing company. So now you can see the differences between the two also, public and private sector. You can analyze, you can find out even more differences about the two sector and have a